Good morning, brothers and sisters. I'd like to have a deep discussion with y'all today. What I'd like to discuss today is entering into the promised land, the commandments of the Lord when entering into the promised land. So the first thing that I need y'all to know that the promised land, the land of Canaan, is the physical body that you actually live in. It's the place where the giants are. It's the place where the Canaanites are, the Hittites, the Hivites, the Jebusites. And these are representations of spirits that we encounter when we step into the promise. The promised land was promised to Abraham in the book of Genesis. And Canaan was a person, and Israel was a person as also. Israel is not a place, Israel is a person. Canaan is also not a place, Canaan is a person. Canaan was the grandson of Noah by Ham. And so God told Israel to enter into Canaan. So what he's telling us is that there's a person who's entering into a person. So basically, it's Christ entering into us, and it's us participating with Christ in this promised land. So we'll be talking today out of Deuteronomy chapter 7. I'd say verses 1 through 11. And what it says is, when the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whether thou goest to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriage with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, and his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. His daughter, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. So I'd like for you to read it in its entirety. So, so when the Father told the children of Israel to enter into the promised land, he told them to kill everything, right? Kill the kids, kill the women, kill the pregnant women, kill the elderly people, kill everything. The reason he told them this because today what it represents in our lives is that when we come into the promised land, we have things that are alive in our lives, things like lust and things like fear and things like anger, things like bitterness. We have things like lies, like little lies in our lives, right? Like this represents the infancy of some of the things that we struggle with when we come into the promise of the Father, right? So the Father is commanding us to kill all of these things, right? So when you come into the promise of the Lord, there are some things that you may feel as if it's not detrimental to remove it from your life. You may feel as if, oh, well, this is just a little thing that I'm struggling with. But these little things become big things. These little things begin to grow. And so when the Father is talking about not joining your daughters unto their sons, nor joining your sons unto their daughters, what he's talking about is you entering into fear and actually giving birth to something with that fear, or you entering into doubt and actually giving birth with something to that doubt, or bitterness entering into you and you giving birth with that fear, you giving birth to something with that fear, with that doubt, with that bitterness, with that anger. So coming into the promised land, it's a mighty, mighty thing to understand, like what we really participating in and how glorious it really is, and to understand that it's a person entering into a person, right? But that the victory is the Lord's, that the battle is the Lord's. So you have to submit yourself. You have to commit yourself to what the Father is doing, so that when you enter into this place, you're able to walk in victory, right? So when the children of Israel came into the promised land in the book of Joshua, when Joshua took them over into the promised land, they made a covenant with the with the Gibeonites, right? And so the Gibeonites tricked them. They came and said, hey, we came from a faraway land. I believe this is in Joshua chapter 5. You can also go read it in its entirety. So they made a covenant with the Gibeonites. The Gibeonites said, hey, we come from a faraway land. We not from the land of Canaan. The reason we have on all these moldy clothes and the reason we got all of this moldy bread because we've traveled far. But they took all of these moldy things and they possessed themselves with it and dressed themselves with it to trick the children of Israel. And so it's like us, when we come into the promised land, we trick typically by lust. Lust tells us, hey, I came from a faraway land and I have no issue with you, and I'm not from this place that the Father has commanded you to come and to destroy. And so we make a covenant with it. We allow them to stay. They made them servants, right? They made them hewers of wood and drawers of water, right? And so this is also a deep, deep discussion, a deep, deep topic. And I don't want to get too much off a topic, but what I want to encourage you brothers to do, you sisters to do, is that when you join yourself unto the Lord, understand that there are things in your life, right? There are things in your life that are pregnant with giving birth to something that doesn't belong there. There are things in your life that are pregnant with giving birth to something that may become a thorn in your side. Because when the children of Israel, when you skip over to the book of Judges, and they didn't do as the Father commanded them to do, they went to the Father and they said, Lord, please get rid of these people. Please get rid of these giants. And he said, no, I'm not going to get rid of them. You have to coexist with them now because you didn't do as I commanded you to do when you went into the promise. And so it's a beautiful thing, right? So when you take a look at your life, like overall today, you take a look at your life, what you need to do is understand that these things are your servants, because the deeper the lust, right, the deeper the prayer, right, the deeper the unforgiveness, the deeper the worship, right? But you do have the power and the authority to do away with these things, right? So coming into the place that the Lord has created for you, the place that the Father that has made for you, be of good cheer and be mindful to get rid of all that you can soon as you enter into the promise. So thank you for your time, and that's the word that I'd like to share with you today. Have a blessed morning, and God bless you. Thank you.